I'm telling you guys, everyone is being distracted as we speak. Banks are imploding right before our faces, but everyone's saying the economy is doing just great, right? Especially when it's an election year, guys. Yes, I understand I'm making a lot of these videos that talk about some type of looming black swan that can appear out of nowhere, right? I understand, guys, but it's better to be safe than sorry, because if we get this correct, then that's going to be the craziest call of our lives. And we're just not pulling information out of thin air, guys. No, the charts are stating something is incoming. The events and news. First things first, let's talk about it. And I'm going to give you guys what I believe will occur here soon in the next couple of months. That's why I'm a little bit nervous, guys, because whatever is coming, it has to be so explosive that it has to engulf 2020's event. Well, here we go. Crash alert 1987 versus 2024. I'm trying to unsee it. The 1987 crash was biblical. Today we see the same setup. And the only difference today is it's a bigger bubble. So here's a 19. I'm pretty sure that was Black Monday, guys. I don't even know. But here's 1987. And basically, at this point in time, what happened, guys? We rallied crazy hard, right? Had some type of flag, bull flag, and created new highs. What happened here? Rallied crazy hard, bull flag, new highs. This is 2024, guys, okay? This is for the, let's see, this is the stock market, guys, the S&P 500. And then what comes after, or what came after, guys? Some type of, oh, that's interesting. Some type of W formation, right, like that. And we went higher, and then that's when the collapse happened. So if we go along the same pattern, guys, it'll be something like this, and all the way like that, right? Look at that. Not the collapse, but a recession, guys, or like a flash crash. That's what happens during those times, right? People get liquidated and all that stuff, guys, especially now it's bigger. Now, I'm pretty sure this will not play out. But what I do believe will play out instead, this, if I was a market maker, if I was one of them, guys, if I was an insider, if I controlled the markets, you know what I would do? Exactly. Make it go higher. Why? Because this is the most hated rally on earth, on the stock market, in this and the crypto markets. Make it rally higher and higher and higher until everyone's euphoric. Then we crash it and bring and orchestrate a black swan event. So instead, I'll go like something like that, guys, right? I'll pump it to new highs, literally new highs for the next few months, and then bring upon a black swan event, guys, right? And then crash it like that, literally like that, guys. So take that part away, we go higher, and then crash it after. I mean, are we making things up, guys? Definitely not. When breaking news from Gold Telegraph, the Swiss government says UBS may have to fine as much as $27 billion to absorb potential losses and protect taxpayers from ever having to bail out a major bank, guys. I said the movie was not over. Now we got to talk about what's happening with these damn banks. Exactly. Do you guys see how they're about to set up the stage for some type of black swan, right? Even though all the indicators are firing red alert, right? I mean, they could just keep printing, guys, right? But someone says down here, the movie hasn't even started. 2024 and 2025 is going to make 2007 look like a snack, guys, right? Like a walk in the park. The reason being is because it's already beginning, it seems as. And look at this. We're warning. It's crazy because we're warning the people, but nobody listens because obviously this isn't financial advice. But if I were you, please like today's video, right? Try to gather as much as information as you can and make up your own thesis, guys. Your own conclusion, right? Your own opinion. Now, it's getting scary because Justin, this happened today. Republic First Bank officially collapses and seized by regulators. Wait, what is this? What just happened, guys? What just happened? Republic First Bank, some type of bank, guys, officially collapses and seized by regulators. And another one bites the dust. Danger, collapsing banks. There were signs, right? Crypto's too risky. Keep your money in a bank, as some would state. Again, okay, so me personally, guys, I'm literally all in crypto, right? I'm literally all in the crypto sphere, literally. There are pros and cons. Obviously, during a recession, things can get hectic, guys. So you definitely want to have some side or some cash pile on the side just in case, most definitely. But funds are definitely not safe, guys, right, with these banks, because they seem to be collapsing. Now, though it's been seized by regulators, the FDIC announced Friday that the bank was closed by state regulators, and the collapse of Republic First Bank is the first United States bank failure this year, guys, right? Well, you look at that. Nobody is calling it like us, guys. Something is definitely, I mean, they're setting the stage up for something, right? And it was closed today, guys, by the Banking and Securities Department, which appointed the federal FDIC as receiver. Now, to protect depositors, to protect you guys, the FDIC entered into an agreement with Fulton Bank to assume all of the deposits and purchases, substantially all of the assets of Republic Bank. There we go, right? Wow. So, this definitely doesn't seem too swell, right? Too well, guys. The health of the economy is literally essing the bed, right? And now, as of January 31st, 2024, Republic First Bank had approximately $6 billion in total assets and $4 billion in total deposits, right? The bank was the first to fail in the United States since Citizens Bank last November, guys. Now check this out. I'm telling you, we're connecting the dots. I'm telling you. The timeline I see thus far, middle of spring, or no, well, first it was spring, but they're trying to kick the can down the road because of the Fed rate cuts and of the baby black swan that happened, which wasn't even a black swan, guys. It was like a little one. The actual black swan supposedly is now targeted towards summertime, right? So if we rally higher and higher and higher, guys, black swan appears. The case concludes for the Ripple versus SEC case. Concludes. The Ripple versus SEC case concludes at that point, and then we keep going higher, right, to unimaginable heights, because that's when the Federal Reserve comes and saves the markets. Why? Because it's an election year, right? If you go back here, won't happen during an election year, as someone says. Well, 2000, 2008, and include 2020, all election years. But then what happened? They came and saved the markets, right? Now check this out. Is there going to be some type of event that ignites it all? Yes. I bet 99.9% of people don't realize the Federal Reserve lent big banks $152 billion in March of 2023 to postpone another banking crisis/recession because it was too soon. The amount they lent was more than 2008 and 2020 combined. I didn't know this, so I was part of that 99.9% statistic, guys, right? Because assets, liquidity, and credit facilities, this is from the Federal Reserve, guys, and millions of dollars, right? In 2008, guys, right here, 2008, when that recession took place, the Black Swan, they lent over, what was that? Over $100 billion, right? And in the year 2020, Black Swan number 2, which was catastrophic, they lent $50 billion, okay? So about approximately $150 billion combined, okay, for 2008 and 2020. Now, 2023, you guys remember last year? Look how much they lent. Yeah, seems to be over $150 billion, right? Look at that. New records, guys, right? And if that doesn't tell you something major is coming, guys, then I don't know what will, because by them lending more liquidity, right, they're just kicking the can down the road. I mean, something has to face its own reality soon, right? And is the next Black Swan going to be bigger than 2008 and 2020? Exactly what we stated. It has to minimum be bigger than 2020. The reason being is because they will need more money, guys, right? They will need to print more money. Back in 2020, they printed about 10 trillion or so, approximately. I don't know the exact figures, guys, but if they want to print about 10, 15, 20, 30 trillion dollars, they need a bigger crisis. Now, what will they use? I have literally no clue. Maybe it could be banks again, right? I don't know. But whenever they print that money, guys, we're going to go higher, right? Until then, the collapse happens maybe next year or the year after, right? So it's the craziest thing of my life, guys. Now, even people are saying that they're waiting for a significant date to do their sacrifice, right? People are saying how long are they going to keep this thing from falling apart? Maybe they're saying, some are saying that to stretch it out past November 5th because of elections. But back in the previous elections, it collapsed, it crashed, right? The markets crashed beforehand, right? In the same year before elections, guys. So will they do it this time as well, right? A repeating pattern, so to speak. Now, we got the timeline. The code has been cracked literally from last year, 2023, guys. November. Go check out my second video or my second channel, Cryptox, guys. My master timeline. I told you guys. Look at this. Even this chart literally points towards Bitcoin will top out in the month of August. Why? Because if we follow this fractal that's been happening since Bitcoin previous cycles, right? Look at this. This was that was in 2020 cycle. I'm guessing that was in that was in 2016 cycle. Okay. This time, if we follow the time and the date, it takes us to August. The price is unknown, but it will be at probably 6 figures, right? It'll go like that, guys. August is when probably the black swan occurs, or around, again, summer time frame. Again, when the case concludes for Ripple versus SEC. Isn't that strange? It is to me. But it's going to be a wet, like we called it, it's going to be a mid-cycle top. Exactly. Why? Because when the black swan occurs like that, this is the craziest thing in my life. When we go like that, guys, right, and then it collapses on itself, right, we're going to go higher and higher and higher. Why? Because the Federal Reserve will come and save the market, guys. That's going to be a mid-cycle top. The real top, the actual real top, I think, before the collapse comes in the year 2025 or 2026, right? So it's the simplest and easiest prediction of my call of my life, guys. If that were to happen, it's never guaranteed, though. Not financial advice. And there we go. I think we officially cracked the code. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Not financial advice. But anyways, that's what face me says. See ya.